Hello, it is Alex Stop here, and I'm bringing you another TGP round. I'm hoping to bring these two pretty close together, to be honest. This will be shorter, but a much more successful race than Australia was. My qualifying was incredibly good. 3rd place on the grid, next to my teammate who's in 2nd with Sam in 1st. One of the only times I've ever out-qualified Quattro legitimately, and I apologise for their chatter in the background. It's a bit distracting when you're driving, it's a bit distracting out here. Most of the chat is just nonsense anyway. But anyway, we're going to go out the track and I'm hoping for a good result. Last year I won here. I won in Malaysia as wait, yeah, this is Malaysia, sorry, I thought it was China. I won in Malaysia, and it should have been a dominant victory, but I just won over Sam, and Sam's on pole, so I think I can get him this time round, although I only just squeezed a victory last year. And Quattro wasn't even in it last year, so there wasn't him to fight. We have Sam on pole, then the 2 Lotuses, and then I think we've got DLT, I think, in the Red Bull. Is that DLT? Oh no, it's Arte. Is it Arte? No, it isn't. No, it must be DLT. Whatever. Anyway, and we are go. And I'm in the slipstream of Sam, and I'm going to get past Sam. It looks like I'm using my curves. He's probably using his curves, and I am going to dive straight down the inside like I did in last season, and he goes slightly wide. And we have a momentary 1-2 for Lotus, but Sam retakes that position and I end up in 1st. Now I cruise around in 1st for quite a long time, yeah, building my lead over, I think it was Arte at the time, or DLT or Sam, you know, to around 3.5 seconds, so actually quite a big gap. But I think my pit strategy let me down, and I wasn't hitting any purple laps, unlike Quattro, of course, or Sam. I think DLT did at one point. So it's looking good for me at the moment, and I'm pleased to say I did not suffer from the glitch this time round. But here we are on my pitting lap. You can see the gap. It might be a bit smaller than usual, but oh no, everything looks okay. Now the pit entry that I used, I was being really conservative with it because I didn't want to end up crashing straight into the barrier, while Arte behind me is very aggressive into the pit and earns like 1.4 seconds just on pit entry, which is pretty amazing, to be honest, because you can see here as we go across this line, as we go across the finish line here, it goes, and it's like 1.4 seconds, where before it was like 2.9, so he gains a lot of time there. Although I'm not expecting to lose my lead over him in the pits, and I don't. But Quattro goes straight past. I think I've got elusive Kev in front of us, who hasn't pitted yet, and Quattro hasn't pitted yet. But I think that's his strategy, and now I'm wary of Arte as I go wide in the 1st corner. Sorry for the sniffling, I've got a bit of like a cold thing going on. But we are on lap 8 and Arte is closer than ever, and Quattro looks like he might be able to pit in front of me and get out ahead of me, which at this point I realised that my strategy, I should have stayed out, because at least then I could try and defend from him instead of him putting in front of us. But we got Arte diving down inside, a kamikaze move there. It seems to have worked, but I've got the inside line. I give him space on the inside so I don't just end up crashing into him, but I've got the run here and I'm in his slipstream. I used my curves up already, but I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to have a kamikaze move, and I do, and it nearly works. But then we're going to go side by side into this high speed left-hander, but I give up the place because I realise he's got the pace in these harder tyres, although arguably I had the pace on the softer tyres, the medium compound, this hard compound. But of course, through us battling, look who's behind us now. It is Sam, who had a problem earlier in the race. So he is probably going to pass me reasonably soon as I go wide there, which doesn't help. Arte was quite a lot faster than me in this stint. He makes a mistake later on. He has a spin, and that pretty much ends his race in terms of competitiveness. But I have a little mistake coming out of that corner, and Sam is thinking about having a look into the left-hander, which is the last corner on the track. But he doesn't. But of course he's got DRS now, and he should, in theory, come flying past. And he does. There he goes. And I've got no defence to it at all. I try going round his outside, but there's no place for me there. And I try the cutback even, but yet again, there's still no place for me. As Sam is just unbelievably quick, unbelievably consistent. He is just he's a great driver. And Quattro does pit ahead of me. Pits ahead of everyone, and so he is going head on to victory, but I impressively finish only 7.2 seconds behind, which I think is quite a big stepping stone, because in Australia I finished 40 seconds off, so hopefully in China I finish 38 seconds ahead in that theory, but no, that won't happen. So as we go around the last corner, I would like to say that this has been Alex Stop, and it's been an okay result in Malaysia. Another a top 3 finish, my first of the season, and I will see you in China for my next TGP video. Goodbye.